I don't know if you know this, but the history of Lewes in Sussex County can be traced back to the 1600s. So I think it's probably safe to say the area's seen quite a bit over the last 400 years.
It has, and you can learn a lot of that history through events like the Lewes Lunch and Learn, hosted by the Lewes Historical Society. Delmarva Life's Sean Stryker joins us now from Lewes with more. Sean?
Jimmy and Lisa, it's lunch with a side of history, and Delmarva is certainly rich in history, especially here in Lewes. And you can learn some of that history at the Lewes Lunch and Learn series presented by the Lewes Historical Society. I'm here with Mike DePaulo and Lena Brown. Now, Mike, you're with the Lewes Historical Society. Can you tell me the idea behind this Lunch and Learn series?
Sure. We wanted to come up with a program that would keep our community engaged in history throughout the winter months, and thought, who doesn't like food with a little bit of side of history and conversation thrown in there? So we partnered with the Hotel Rodney and the Rose and Crown here in Lewes to put on the Lunch and Learn series.
So what are some of the topics that you guys cover?
In the past, we've talked about the civil rights movement here in Lewes, the history of the Cape May Lewes Ferry, African-American history and school history here in the town. And of course, this month we'll be talking about women's history.
So the people giving these presentations, most of them are local, or pretty much all of them are local, correct?
They are local. We encourage our members to do research and to present on that topic. And they might be volunteers or authors or even staff of the society.
So we have one of the presenters here. This is Lena Brown. Lena, what is your topic?
My topic is the story of Lewes through a woman's eyes.
So can you give me kind of a brief description on some of the things you'll be covering?
Well, I'll be covering the story of Lewes, or the history of Lewes, from its beginning in 1631 up until the formation of the Lewes Historical Society in 1961.
That sounds actually really interesting. Now, these talks last about 30 or so minutes?
Yes, I think mine will probably run about 40 minutes because there's a lot of history.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot. Now, you're a bit of a history buff yourself. You were in education. You must really enjoy these Lunch and Learns.
Yes, I do. I've attended most of them.
So yours is this Friday. Mike, tell the people at home the details.
Sure. It begins at noon on Friday here at the Hotel Rodney, which is at the corner of 2nd and Market Street. Lunch can be purchased through the Rose and Crown for $10. It's a fish sandwich with a peanut butter cookie for dessert, or you can feel free to bring your own brown bag lunch. And you can find out more online at historiclewes.org.
Yeah, or you could visit our website, wboc.com, and click on our picture at the top of the page. So there's one this Friday. There's also one coming up next month, and we'll have that information on our website as well. Jimmy and Lisa, back to you guys.
Sounds like an interesting time.
Sounds fascinating.
Yeah.
It really does. Well, something else that's going on that's helping a great cause on Delmarva, it's Finnegan's Wake. I just had to try to say it. Still ahead, we hear how this special Irish celebration aims to help people living with developmental disabilities lead a more productive life. And that's not all. Later, we're in the Delmarva Life kitchen, getting a wee bit of a taste of the event for ourselves.
And while we're in the kitchen, maybe you've thought about a granite countertop, but don't think you can afford it. Up next, learn how it can fit right into your price range.
Well, while we're talking about money, we have teamed up with Sussex County Federal Credit Union to help you make better sense of your money. Here's Cherie with this week's tip.
On behalf of Sussex County Federal Credit Union, I'm Cherie Coleman with this week's Dollars and Cents tip. Did you know the average household has over $15,000 in credit card debt? Worse yet, the average interest rate of that debt is 13%. If you're one of the shoppers relying less on cash and more on plastic, please listen up. If you've used more than 30% of your available credit, consider making an extra monthly payment or paying a bit more than the minimum payment every month in order to pay off your debt sooner. You may also consider transferring high-rate credit cards to a Visa Platinum credit card with a rate as low as 8%, no annual fee, and no balance transfer fees. To learn more, visit sussexcfcu.com. Together, we can achieve more.